I'm Ben Stockwell. Today I'm joined by Scott Marr, head coach of the UAlbany men's lacrosse program, which was selected first in the America East men's lacrosse preseason poll. Scott, thanks for joining me today.
Absolutely, Ben. Appreciate you having me.
Last year, you led UAlbany to its first regular season title and conference championship since 2018. When you look back on last year, what memories or experiences really stand out to you about that season?
Well, I think what stands out the most really is just our just continued growth throughout the season. We were a pretty young team, especially on the offensive end. Even defensively, again, starting a freshman goalie, starting defenseman, freshman, sophomore, and then Jake as a senior, fifth year senior. Really, our growth throughout the season was just tremendous, and I think that was probably our greatest achievement. Really, was getting better every week.
What do you hope that some of those younger returners really take from that experience last year? Some of those guys on attack and then, Landon as well, and bring with them this year with these, renewed expectations of trying to, do the work to get back to the championship again.
Yeah, I mean, again, as everybody knows, every year is new. You have new players, you have new freshmen, you have new seniors, new leadership, all those types of things. But I do think going through a season like we did last year, even in our losses, we lost four one goal games out of the five that we did lose or so, earlier in the season. So, even though we're losing some games, we were playing really good competition. Colgate, UMass, Virginia, Drexel. So we had some really good tight games, and I feel like we really learned how to win though throughout the course of the season. And then I think once we started, we stepped into conference play and we started getting some wins. Our confidence started to grow and kept growing throughout the year. And again, it was just a real good growth year for us. And I think when you look at what you can take from it is that okay, yes, we've had all those close games and we played really well as the season went on. Is now the expectations that you're talking about are higher, and when you return most of the guys that we do return, which is quite a few, you have to kind of try to temper those expectations in a way that you kind of get back to work and doing things similar to what you did the year before, and maybe even improving on some of your work ethic stuff. But I do like the way that this team has progressed throughout the fall. I think they've handled, so far, we'll see when we get into the season, but they did get back to work when we got back in August. Our weight room has been unbelievable this fall. Our fall practices in general had really good energy to them. And again, guys want to make that next step. And I think when you're talking about coming off of a winning season, and the expectations are such, in our program, the expectation is to win the conference championship and to go to the tournament. And I think when you're coming off of the success we had last year, there's so much noise around us for making that next step. And it's a logical step. You want to repeat, you want to get further in the tournament, maybe be a higher seed, so you're not playing a Notre Dame in the first round, something like that. But at the same time, you have to understand that you still got to go through all the games. You got to go through the conference again. If you look at our conference last year, we lost to Bryant by a goal. We beat Vermont twice by 3 goals, I think, combined. We beat UMBC by a goal. So, it wasn't like our games were 20 to 3 or 4, So the competition within the conference has really risen over the last probably 10 years. So that it's not a cakewalk. It's something that we really have to put a lot of effort into winning. So, and I think that's where we kind of have to say, okay, can't take it for granted. Can't sit back on our laurels. We have to go out every day and work, and we have to earn the wins.
On the field for your group, what is going to be one key or two for them to have some success, early on here and start the season, strong with some positive results and momentum going forward?
For us, again, just the maturity piece, are we able to get over that hump because we've matured a little bit? We're making better decisions, playing a little bit smarter, and really playing a little bit more together. Again, the continuity should be better this year just because this group now has been playing together for a couple of years. You have Silas and Max Neeson, and those guys are juniors, and you have Landon and Cade Galco and Jackson Palem and Ryan Doherty. Those guys are sophomores. So now they've been playing together for almost 2 years. You got to figure our continuity is going to be a little bit better. But again, it's just, it does come down to playing as a team, everybody understanding their roles, everybody doing what they're supposed to do, and then really, again, just bringing the energy, to every game, and being prepared. I think preparation is obviously is a huge key to success. And then, when we get into those games in conference, we really have to be ready to play.
Got I appreciate the time and best of luck here with practices coming up here and the start of the season less than a month away.
No, I appreciate that, and I'd be remiss if I didn't say congratulations to the conference and to Vermont soccer for winning a national championship. That was unbelievable. It was so much fun to watch. We were actually in Florida, and it was on TV down in Florida during our coaches convention, and I was with Coach Feist, and it was just it was really neat for the conference to see the Americans win a national championship. So kudos to Coach Dow and Vermont soccer.